Hey, beautiful humans. So I was just cleaning out my hard drive and I came across my Xfactor folder of all my Xfactor performances and especially my audition. And I don't know, yeah, most people don't know, but like for a while I was not able to watch my auditions or anything from the past because it was attached to such like an insecure time in my life. But I feel like I've spent so much time on developing my confidence and really appreciating and respecting the journey that I've had that now I felt like I could watch the audition and not cringe like I used to, because for a while it was like, no, I wouldn't let anyone see it. I wouldn't want to watch it. It was just, yeah, I was so insecure about it. But I feel like now I'm actually proud of the journey of who I was back then. And I look at that guy and I'm like, you know what, that this, like, I wouldn't be here today where I am, getting to live out my dream and getting to work as a singer if it wasn't for this kid and this moment. And so I think it's important to look back and really be proud and show appreciation for that phase and that version of me. So yeah, I'm going to play it. And if you haven't seen it, you'll see it now. If you've seen it and still support me, I love you so much, because you've obviously supported me for such a long time now. It's been 12 years since I did the X Factor. I'm now 32. I was 19 back then, and it's been a long time. I spent a lot of time developing myself and learning to love life, learning to love myself, growing, becoming, an adult, and just, yeah, looking back at those experiences and knowing that they helped shape who I am, even though back then I didn't see it like that, but now I do. And it'll be lovely to watch it and see how I feel about it as this version of myself looking back into time. So I hope you're entertained. I hope you don't laugh at my hairstyle because it was pretty shocking back then. But let's do this.
Given everything for this.
I'm kind of nervous. I love how they put this song because my story was like determination. If you don't know, I had auditioned for the show like 4 times before I even got on. And the way that I got this audition for X Factor was that the same day, so I had gotten rejected by X Factor each year. I would go line up with my mom, bless her, at like 5 a.m. every single year. It was like our ritual, our family tradition is like go line up for X Factor and hope that I get through. I never got the call back. And then I eventually went to audition for The Voice. I was in Sydney doing my audition and nobody actually turned their chair because the producers picked the song and it was like not a good song and all that. Anyways, it just wasn't meant to be. So that same day I was really upset and I was like wanting to give up. And I went back to the hotel and I was like, that's it. I think it's a sign from the universe that I'm not meant to be doing this because everyone rejects me and I'm not getting anywhere with this singing thing. And I had by that time walked out of every job, tried everything, been bullied for singing. So everything was like kind of going against me of like, you shouldn't do this, but also it's the only thing where I feel like I belong or I feel like someone or something. And it was my call. Like I felt like I had this intuitive call of like, this is it. That's all you're supposed to be doing. I had no plan B. I just wanted to keep auditioning and going for these shows and busking and doing all these things to get there, but it wasn't really working out back then. So then I went for The Voice, didn't get through. That same day, I go to get chicken, go to get food, because food, with my friends in El Jannah in Western Sydney. So if you know it, very special. Garlic dip, chicken, So we went to get some comfort food. My mum was always optimistic, always believing in the best of me. She said, look, maybe it's not the time, but God has a plan for you. Just stick through, try and change your mood, and let's go out, get food. We went out, got food in West Sydney at El Jannah, random spot for this to happen, right? My friends are like, hey, there's someone that was just like, oh, is that Omar? We kind of want to talk to him. And I was like, okay, I don't really know anyone in Sydney. I go up to these 2 people and they're like, oh, we've been trying to scout you for this version, this year's X Factor. And I was like, I've auditioned for you guys like so much. They're like, we know. And we realized that you're in a contract with The Voice. So how's that been? And I said, look, I actually just had my audition 2 hours ago and I was so bummed out and I didn't get any chair turns. And they're like, well, it's your lucky day. It's our lucky day because we really want you on this season. They were like, in 2 days, come for a private audition, we'll see how we go. So 2 days later, I go for my private audition, pretty much get the okay from the producers, and they're like, we'd love to have you for this season. So that moment for me was like, I had doubted my faith in God so much before that, selfishly. But that moment was like, okay, there's a plan, because there's no way that this could have happened. I go to to get chicken after being rejected, after saying, that's it, I'm not doing this anymore. It's like at the cusp of like giving up, a new opportunity revealed itself, and it was just meant to be, because that year I went from never being on the show, from nobody essentially, from someone who was like, teased about wanting to sing and told, go do something else, to then ending up in the top 6 of the Xfactor Australia, like out of thousands who auditioned. So that was meant to be. And that moment for me, like this whole audition that we're watching now, is everything that led me to where I'm at today. And even though like I could have sang better, I could have looked better, and that's the reason why I didn't watch it for a long time, now I realize that that moment led me to every single moment and every single decision afterwards that led me to today. And essentially I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful for this kid, because when people were laughing at me, when people were, not believing in my vision, when I barely could believe in myself, I still stuck it out. There was still something in me that said, keep going, you're meant for this. And this moment proved that for me. So it's really exciting, and it's really emotional for me to watch back. Let's watch it.
Is our next contestant.
My name's Omar. I'm 19 years of age, and I'm
That hair though, questionable.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Very long.
I got into singing
Length.
during the beginning of high school. I really didn't have much friends, so I used music as kind
Mum.
of my only friend.
She was always with me,
I
every
started
step of the
trying
way,
to
still
put
is.
YouTube covers up, and I just got a really bad response. I
Also,
went to
if you're
school,
thinking, I don't know if you were thinking it, but I'm thinking it, the big gap between my eyebrows is because I had a unibrow, and I didn't want to go on TV with a unibrow, so like I got the razor, and I full went with the razor like just down. Like I could have plucked them, anything. No, this guy went for a whole razor, and now I have like the size of a whole razor in between my eyebrows as a gap. So
my singing and stuff like that.
it's okay. It's okay though.
Confidence in myself.
Now I know how to pluck.
I actually decided
And I have a
to
beard,
take up vocal lessons,
which I feel like makes
and
me
get
look like
better.
at least
I really
70%
want to
better.
give it either 100% or not do it at all, you know what I mean?
One of the girl that's there, Wes, next to my mum, I just performed for her wedding in Santorini a few months ago, so it was a full circle moment, because she was there for me when I was essentially nothing.
So proud of him. So proud of him.
I love you, Mum.
Setbacks in my past, but
That woman has been through everything with me, everything, and is still so optimistic for me. I feel like she was more nervous here than me, like she was going through it way more than me, even though I was. My knees were literally trembling.
that would be a life-changing moment for me. I just want to pull this off. This is everything.
I see a kid that's so hungry and so insecure also. Like I see a lot of sadness in my eyes when I watch this, but yeah. I know that I'm doing it to feel loved at this point. Now I feel like I do it because I love it, because I believe in it, and it doesn't matter what kind of validation I get. But I feel like at this point in my life, because I hadn't seen that kind of validation, I just wanted to be seen and heard by people, and no one was giving me the time of day. So feeling that in this moment changed that, allowed me to go on that confidence journey. But essentially my driving force was to prove everyone wrong. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but at that time, that's truthfully why I wanted to do it more than anything. Yes, for my dream, 100%, like obviously, but more to also just be like, yeah, like, see, this is why I kept going, and screw you for not believing in me to all the people out there that didn't.
Okay, did you bring a fan as well?
It's because I had started doing YouTube covers and stuff, and I think they went a bit viral, so there was people that knew me in the audience, which was lovely.
How did you get into singing?
Well, it was about the age of 12.
Yeah.
It really became kind of my best friend and my outlet for expression.
True.
I became really
True,
close,
true.
with music, and sometimes it can understand you more than people do around you.
Still believe that.
So yeah,
What have you done to make it into
Facts.
the industry so far?
I've tried everything, honestly.
I'm nervous.
Asking, I do shows. I'm doing
Everything, but
to,
little
ensure
does
that
this guy know that there's so much more to do. This journey is lifelong.
Really bad. I've had many knockbacks and setbacks,
Mm.
but it doesn't.
And you have more?
honestly hasn't stopped me. If anything,
Believe
it's
me.
made me work harder.
Well, I can't wait to hear hear you. Please be great.
Oh, this is crazy. This has been 12 years. Like, I can't believe it. Habibi, oh, I love you so much. Also, like my parents were still together then, so it's a bit emotional seeing that family dynamic. I feel like it's like looking into a portal of a totally different time, a totally different family, a totally different me. Yeah, a lot's changed since then, but absolutely for the better. Absolutely for the better. I love my life. I love everything about my life. But it's just emotional seeing how like it was once upon a time and how just things change, you know? And yeah, part of growing that is accepting that, I guess, and part of appreciating where you're at now. But I absolutely love my life, but it's just weird seeing it's like climbing into a different picture and a different era. Yeah, and I obviously appreciate and respect my dad for being there so much, but yeah, there was so much also that was happening in our household that I think my parents divorced when I was at like the peak of this, after this Xfactor audition. Like I was doing really well and stuff, and you know, my family was also breaking apart. So at the same time of feeling the greatest and like I was at a peak in my career, I also wanted to attend to my family and also be a support for my little brother and my mum. So there was a lot of, you know, trying to balance out and trying to, I guess, yeah, be all of that all at once, which was hard. But there was a lot of therapy after that helped. So thank God for that.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck. Climax was the song at the time for me. I love this song. Pretty ballsy for like taking on this song too. Not the unemployment thing. What? Unemployed, not unemployment. Unemployed. But yeah, I guess I was in pursuit of a music career. I had worked at a call center. I worked as a pizza boy, as a painter with my dad, and walked out of all of them because I just wanted to do this. No plan B. Still don't have a plan B actually. Things never change, but I'm employed as a singer. So I guess this is the thing that this gave me as well. My knees. That t-shirt, questionable, that fashion, but it's okay, we're not judging. Listen and don't judge, right? Like, yeah, cool, because like I did that little falsetto thing, but also I didn't do it that quick in my audition. Like I think they cut half my audition and just played from there, so it looked like I peaked too soon. And there was a lot of off notes. I do this thing when I'm nervous, and also the producers, because they tell you to like really exaggerate and put on, is like I do like this little eyebrow flick, and with the gap in my eyebrows, but just in general, that just looks a bit sleazy. So I kind of cringe when I watch that. The rest of it, cool. But yeah, that's... there was a moment as well when I made Top 24 that the producers were like, well, you're singing Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, so exude some sexiness. You're singing to Kelly Osbourne, show her that, like get some sexual chemistry there in your voice and in your performance. And I was like, okay. And I just did this like this little thing, and they cut it and like pasted it like 15 times, 3 times maybe. And it just looked like I was being sleazy, and like all these trolls were like, he's so sleazy, I'm not gonna vote for him. But like, it was like I did it once, and out of nervousness as well, I tend to do it. So that's why I did that. If you're wondering, you're probably not, but I'm bringing your attention to it now. But it's okay, because I'm not that. Actually, I'm very nervous and like shitting myself. So I ain't sleazy. Dead-o! So this. Oh my God, I remember this dead old thing. Oh, people laughed at me so much for it. There was a guy on YouTube that like, or a girl, that said dead old in capitals. Like it sounds like he's singing dead old, like the sanitizer. Or is it sanitizer? Yeah, cleaning something, dead old, right? In Australia it's known, I don't know if it is worldwide, but I kept saying dead old, and that's all people could hear, and that's all I could hear now. Like literally that's all I could hear. It's because I was saying and at all, but I wasn't really saying the A, so I was like dead old. So it sounded like I was saying dead all, and still didn't get sponsored. Off key. That's okay. Oh, you can see how nervous my mum is. Like she's dying. Yes. Look, for the time and for how nervous I was, I think I did great, honestly. I would change my outfit, but like, all good. This is the first time that I felt just validated. You know, when people in the industry that you've looked up to say that you're good, that's it. You don't, who cares about the people in your hometown that said you couldn't do it?
When you came out on stage and what you said, I wanted to give you a chance straight away.
I love this guy. I love Vernon.
Such a great attitude.
He was genuinely just a real guy. He actually believed in me. And I appreciate meeting him so much and actually being on his team. Are dangerous. Cringe. That was a tagline pretty much. And I remember after the show, people brought me bracelets, like fans and stuff, that say you are dangerous. It was just so cute.
Thank you so much.
I'm in the industry. I'm hanging out, hanging around like a lot of cats.
Does anyone else wonder what happened to Red Foo? Because like, he was shuffling in 2013. He was doing great.
Your own twist to it, your style. You went up high and did the run thing. I said, yeah, man.
So much fun.
I think they could see it in me that I really wanted it, you know?
It's a big yes for me, mate.
It feels weird that I was even on a show, like a Lebanese insecure boy from the western suburbs of Melbourne on the biggest national television show back then. It's surreal. Like, I can't believe I did that despite fear, you know? This was this moment was so huge for my family. This was big. This was everything because they just saw it all. I wasn't sexy. I couldn't even do sexy if I tried. Mom. Habibi, ya mama. Oh, Elbi. It has, yes. Oh, I love you guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't like. It feels like a dream that I even did this. It genuinely feels like a dream because, as if I did it. Like as if I did the Xfactor, went to top 6, did the tour, and got to live that. You know. And with these shows, it's hard because it's like you go from nothing to overnight like household name. It's going to die down eventually. You have this hype. People that never knew you are claiming they knew you. People giving you different types of attention. And I struggled with that for a long time because I was like, whoa, I went from like not being validated to like everyone wanting to be my friend now. And it was a lot to deal with. You have family that treat you different and people that like, you don't know if you could trust. And it was like battling with all that, but also wanting to appreciate and enjoy it. And it's crazy. Like it's not realistic really for someone to go through this on a day-to-day, to go through that many emotions, that many people knowing you, just wasn't realistic. Like I would go to the local grocery store, people taking photos of me and I was like uncomfortable, insecure, but also like really happy in a way. You can't lie, right? You go from like being nobody to somebody, you're like, shit, like I think I'm loved now. And I struggled with that a long time after the show because I was like, people loved me when I was on the Xfactor and now it's dying down. No one loves me anymore. No one cares about me. And I had to struggle with that for a long time, but I knew that wasn't love. That was just, people following the show as they do. They love the show. They're going to tune in. There's going to be someone better next year. There's going to be a new boy, a new guy that they're going to follow and support. And that was, that's fine. That's part of the process, the fast consumerism thing. But I guess I struggled with that for a long time, and then I went into like a bit of a depression of like, fuck, these shows really mess with your mind because it's like you're on this high, and then you're just like back home doing ordinary things, but also people still thinking that you're like here, but you're really here because you're not making that much money. You're not like, your life hasn't completely changed. It's just like the perspective of who you are has changed and where you're at has changed. But in saying that, this changed my life. Like I I would do it again. I would not take this back. I feel like I'm at a different place now where I'm much more authentic, much more confident in who I am, accepting of who I am, and much more present and seeking this for the, not that I sought it for the wrong reasons, but I do it because I love it now, and I don't care what people think, and I don't need so-and-so telling me you're great. I just know I'm great. I just know that this is my calling. I know I'm connected to God when I'm doing it, and that's all I need, you know? So I think, yeah, I'm just appreciative of this journey of having gone through this show. Obviously, there's a lot of politics. There's a lot of manipulation of like them manipulating how people vote, because you get given the songs, you get given the clothes. The story like is put together by them. It's curated in a way to make people either love you, not love you, feel unsure about you. And then people, that's how they vote, right? So when you know that it's coming to your time to be exited from the show, you know they're manipulating the storyline in a way that allows you to exit at the time they kind of want you to exit, or for, you know, to allow the people that they want to win. So I definitely think the winner of that season, Dami, 100% was the winner in my eyes, in everyone's eyes, was meant to win. The best voice. Even her character was beautiful, and everyone on the show was, really. But I feel like had I been given different songs in the live shows, I could have actually showcased more. But I get to do that now. I have all of life to do that, so who cares? This was like, you don't need to be always ready, always perfect, look perfect. Screw that stuff. Like, I went on there despite insecurity, despite fear, despite people telling me, don't do it. I did it, and for that, I'm grateful. So I think that's just a sign for me now, is like, stop waiting for perfection, just do it anyway. And essentially that's what I did here, and it paid off, right? Because without this, no one would have knew me. I wouldn't have developed myself. I would have not known how the industry is. So I'm appreciative of this, and I appreciate you checking in and watching it with me. If you still support me, I freaking love the crap out of you, because it's been 13 years, 12 years, I don't know, can't do math, and you're still supporting me. That means you support me and you love me for me, and not this, you know, not just because I was on the Xfactor. Like, it's not even a big thing, like, no one cares. But yeah, I feel great that I don't cringe as much watching it now. I can play it back and feel proud, and I think that was the point of this. So thank you for joining me on this healing and, yeah, profound journey. I hope you all go for your dreams and never, never, never stop. No matter, even if you get rejections, even if, just follow that voice that says, I know that I'm meant to be doing this. This is where I belong. It doesn't even have to be a job. It can be a value that you love. I love making people feel happy and feel belonging, because that's what music made me feel. And I think that's why I do it now. So keep doing you, boo. Peace.